Welcome back to Mission Impossible Mondays, where I review a Mission Impossible movie every Monday leading up to the release of the new movie. Today we got Mission Impossible 3. And with that being said, I don't know how to feel about this movie because with a title like Mission Impossible, I want to see an impossible task being planned, executed, the plan going wrong, and then the team thinking on the fly because the plan went wrong. In this movie, we're more focused on the fact that Ethan Hunt has a wife, he's in a relationship, but also, I guess in the line of work, having a relationship doesn't really work out. And Luther says, yeah, the max that I've seen a relationship last is 23 months. And also, I hear no mention of Ethan Hunt's wife in any of the following movies. And I guess that has to do with the fact that the relationships only last 23 months. Also, his relationship, his wife, isn't with the girl that he was with in the last movie. So there's that. And then we're also dealing with the fact that Ethan Hunt is now a teacher for the IMF and not really in the field anymore. Like, when did that happen and how did that even come about? There's no explanation for that at all. Also, the villain of this movie is just kind of there. Like, there's not really enough backstory for me to really care about him at all. Not to be like, oh, this person's terrible, he should definitely be in prison, to make me hate his guts. Or he's also not that type of villain with enough backstory to be like, oh, okay, I see your reasoning. You're still a bad person. You should still go to prison, but you're kind of sympathetic towards the villain. I get none of that from this villain. And so, also, this movie is all over the place. You're here, you're there, you're everywhere. It's very action-packed. It's very entertaining. But I have to use my brain power to understand where we're at in the story and why it's happening. And that's not the way it should be with the movie. With the movie, it should be like, okay, we're here, point A, point B, point C. And then as the story unfolds and the story unravels, your brain has the aha moment of like, oh, all the things are fitting in together. Not your brain trying to compute of what the heck is going on in the movie. Also, this movie finally introduces Benji, which I really like Benji, so that's really cool. I was wondering when he was going to get introduced in the Mission Impossible franchise, so that answers my question. But yeah, I think from the first three Mission Impossible movies, I think that this Mission Impossible movie is probably the weakest because it's just kind of all over the place. It's very un-Mission Impossible-y. So yeah,